Welcome to Quick Poker, everybody. I'm Frank Carlino. Let's get into some hand breakdowns, shall we? You only need 500 subscribers on YouTube now to get monetized. I have 75, so we're 425 away. So please subscribe if you're watching this. So I call the raise, as you see, from the button with 3-4. Because, listen, if a weak player like this, or a player I perceive as weak, raises under the gun, I mean, he might have a big hand. So I'm going to call with 3-4, especially when we're a little bit deeper. If he was even deeper, it'd make even more sense. But especially if he's a weak player. So before you call someone a donkey in the chat for beating you with 3-4, keep in mind, they might think you're a weak player. So we're not going to mention who this player is, but I thought he was weak. He had an orange tag. I called with a 3-4 trying to flop gin because I just know he's not going to fold. So queen 3-4 is a perfect flop if he has aces or kings. So let's see what kind of sizing he uses when I flop 2 pair. Okay, he goes about half pot. Feels like either ace, queen, kings, or aces. If you're smooth calling by default in these situations, you're making a big mistake. You need to raise right away. And obviously, if you raise, it shuts out the bluffs. But it really doesn't matter because is he really going to bluff his whole stack? Is he going to really triple barrel bluff? Probably not. He's probably going to shut that on the turn and maybe the river sometimes if he's bluffing. But if you raise him to the gun, and he's a weak player, and he's betting into. You have reason to believe he has a big hand. So what you want to do is raise right away to get his whole stack. So we're going to raise big. Don't be afraid about raising big because when you raise big, don't be afraid of scaring away. When you raise big, it just entices him if he's not going to fold anyway to put even more money in. So don't be afraid to raise big. And don't raise big on your bluffs. And don't worry about balancing your bluffs by raising big with both because balance doesn't matter if the player is not that good. I raise big. What's he going to do? He's just going to re-raise. Okay, at this point, did you really bet a set? I mean, really, really smart players sometimes bet sets because of this exact situation so they can stack other sets. But weaker players are going to check their sets. They're going to raise before the flop. They're going to check the flop when they hit a set. And they're going to bomb turn the river. So right now, I'm just a huge favorite. I didn't do the math, but probably about 70 to 75%. We just need him to not to catch the king or the ace if he has that. So we're going to put them all in. And he has what we think we have kings, and we hold. So there's a hand that obviously we were lucky with the flop, but we made the most of it when we got lucky. So hand number 1, got lucky and held up. Here's a hand where I was outplayed, and I deserved to lose, and I got lucky, but won. So different situation. I mean, I like the flop or heads up. So he kind of does to me what I did to the other guy. He just overbets right away, right into me. I mean, this is like way too much. I mean, I have 30 cents invested. I could probably just lay down my jacks here, but I wind up not laying them down, and I wind up falling for the bait and just jamming. He calls with 2 pair. Great play by him. I wind up sucking out with the runner straight. So first hand we deserve to win, and our hand held. Second hand we deserve to lose, but we won anyway. So but remember, what comes around goes around. My boy Dean Screwy that I played perfectly. So I call. I bet a big pot size bet into him at the open-ended straight draw because I know, I mean, he's not really going to fold the flop, even ace king. And if I bet big, I mean, I might end up getting a free card better, like a cheaper card. So I bet right into him with the open-ended straight draw. So now the flush hits, and I feel like I have a bluff catcher. But unless he has like king 10 of hearts exactly, or king 9 of hearts, or some sort of 9 10 of hearts, I mean, I'm feeling pretty comfortable, but so I want to actually check to him here to see what he does because he could still try to take me off the hand. So he bets. I'm actually afraid of the flush a little, so I smooth call and then figure if I'm beat, minimize my loss if he does have a flush, but I doubt he does. So let me check call again and let him bluff. And then he bets 450 on the river, and we call, and he turns pair of sevens into a bluff. So there's a hand that was perfectly played and got max value.